When I realized, working as a photojournalist, that there are two different destructions happening. One is physical and material destruction, and the second one is the human soul and the culture and the human relation destruction, what I call them the invisible destruction. And I find that most of the NGOs and UN work, it's done under helping the physical construction. There is not organizations that helping the second construction, which I call it the construction of the civil society. A damaged civil society, it's more important to rebuild than just buildings of the roads and the infrastructures and the schools. Invisibles are more deep and more important than the visible destruction. And these are the reason that the wars continue. The culture of the war bring more wars. So these were the whole concept, saying that how we can create an organization that will help to rebuild damaged civil society. I had many aha moments. One of them was that 30 years ago, 40 years ago, most of the world journalists, American, French, Afghan, Iranian, Cambodian, we did have almost the same tools. We had a pen and a notebook. But nowadays, the digital fracture has gone so far that the Western journalists, we do have the most advanced laptops and the digital cameras and the computers and the machines. But on the other hand, the journalists in those countries, they don't even have possibility of buy the pen. So these big fractures for me was one of the main problems that we deal in the world today. It is in what we call it the digital gap, actually, between the whole humanity. Helping to our organization to write the business plan for the next step. My ultimate goal is be in 250 years from now, when there will be no war in the world. What I'm doing actually, the whole things I'm doing is a real peace education, all of them. And I know that it's possible the human to reach this no war culture in the whole world. So this is my ultimate goal. On the organization side, which is launching the international organization, we are now finishing the business plan, working with one person in Oshoka, Paris, and the McKinsey groups and some other people, and hoping that the business plan and everything will be ready by September. So then, after having this business plan, we could go and get funding for it. The first Afghan presidential elections, in spite of all the observers and media and everybody before predicting a real chaos and saying that nobody will participate, the Afghans never knew what is the elections and will not happen, it's become one of the most incredible and smoothest in the history of all elections, that from the early mornings, millions of the people show up, and people, they came and stopped. They stay on the lines, and nothing's happened. There was no problems. And I do remember a journalist was asking Afghan foreign affairs ministers, could you explain to us how it's happened, that how the Afghan people has done such incredible works, and the election was so nicely and organized well. His answer was, well, this is all thanks to Aina, who trained our people and who helped our people to understand democracy. This was one of the important moments of seeing the result of Aina explained. My name is Reza, and I'm a change maker.